Okay, here we are building my fabulous aquatic cryptozoology course. Starting to build some structure, but it's kind of boring. I really want to put some kind of image, a picture, in this Welcome to Aquatic Cryptozoology section. How do I do that? Well, first I make sure that turn editing is on, and I get the little icon that says Edit Section. When the menu comes up, I look for the moon over the mountain. That's what I call this, the moon over the mountain icon. What's actually the image, and I click on it, and I go and I find my image, and I put it in the course. Now, let me just backtrack for a second, because let's go find an image first. Let me make a new window. I want a nice picture of a sea monster. So I'm going to go to Google Images and look at all these great sea monsters. However, I'm pretty sure I don't have permission to use any of these. Let's go into Tools and Usage Rights. So here's a useful thing. Things that are labeled for non-commercial reuse with modification. So I can change them around a little bit. This is basically a Creative Commons license that says, yeah, it's my picture, but you're welcome to use it. I like that one. Oh, I like this one too. Flickr Creative Commons. Let's go grab this one. Let's see what happens here. I'm going to open this in a new tab. Very nice. I'm just going to go to the page and just confirm that it does have a Creative Commons license. Some rights reserved. What rights? Attribution, share alike. I'm free to share, adapt. Oh, I have to give appropriate credit to the original creator. Okay, that seems pretty reasonable. So this is some mosaic thing from the 3rd century BC, and this person took a picture of it with her Nikon D5100. So I will have to figure out the contact info, and I'll put a page on my course somewhere that gives credit, attribution. Okay, so I've checked the page. I've got permission to use it. I'm just going to go click View the Image, and I'm going to save the image as, this is a sea monster mosaic. I'm going to spell sea monster a little better than that. Where am I saving it? I have a folder on my computer called Aquatic Crypto Course Elements. I'm going to save it in there. Okay, we're done with that. We're done with that. We're done with that. Meanwhile, back in my course. Oh, just occurred to me that that's probably a really huge picture. Let's just see how big that is. That is 1,000 pixels. So I'm better to make that a smaller, reasonable size before I put it in the course. Now, let me go down to Open With and see what I got for choices. Oh, I have Photoshop, which is what I really use, but you probably don't have Photoshop. So let's do this the hard way. Let's do this in Paint. Oh, yeah, there we go. Beautiful picture in Microsoft Paint. Ah, there's a button that says Resize. It was 1,000 pixels wide. Let's go by this height thing. What if I make that about 80 pixels high? I can live with that. File, save as. We'll save it as a JPEG, and we'll just give it a slightly different name, like add the word small. So this will make this load much, much faster into the course, because it's like 1/20th the size of the original. So I'm going to click on the moon over the mountains. I'm going to browse. I'm going to upload. I'm going to choose a file. That's the giant one. I want to choose, oh, here it told us it was 522 kilobytes. This one is 7.5 kilobytes. So I'm going to open that one. The public domain. Oh, I should put the author's name in there, but I don't remember what it is. So I'll just leave that blank for now. Upload this file. It's asking me for a description. So I'm just going to, this is for like screen readers. Sea monster picture. Save. Okay, let's save that and see what it looks like. That's okay. But there's all this, see, I've used this much vertical space. There's all this white space that's kind of wasted. So why don't I put some text in there? I go back, I edit. Now I have, like any good cooking show, prepared all my I can't spell perspectives, however. Just draw in front. There we go. Save. Oh, that didn't go in the space. Why didn't it go in the space? Let's try one more time. So I should be able to right-click on the picture and on a good day, there's a choice that's like edit the picture. But I don't have that choice today. Why is that? Oh, I remember. There are two different text editors in Moodle. There's a default one called Atto, and there's the other choice called TinyMCE. If you go up to the very top right of your account here and pull down to Preferences, you can change your editor from the default, which is Atto. If you change it to TinyMCE, meanwhile, back in my course, then you get different things you can do. That's not my course. I was working on Basalt 03 Sandbox. There we are. Okay, turn editing back on. There's a few detours on this route. Okay, now when I click on, hey, there we go. I right-click on that and I get my Edit Insert Image, which gives me choices like alignment. Choose left. Ah, much better. Well, almost much better. See how the text is kind of squished in there? Sometimes you want a little more space in that. So you're going to edit the picture again, and I'm going to put in, I don't know, 12 pixels of horizontal space. Ah, that looks a little better. So, while we were learning how to put in a picture, we learned a little bit about searching and Creative Commons and what you have permission to use. And we learned how to go into your preferences and change your editor so that you can do this kind of stuff. I'm going to put mine back to the default editor, which is Atto, just in case I find any other problems along the way. And then we will point out the fact that, oh, this doesn't work in Atto, switch it to TinyMCE. Meanwhile, back in the course. So if I wanted to turn editing on, oh, it was on. If I wanted to put pictures into any of these sections, same process. Edit, moon over the mountain icon.